Would you like to know how to brand your business and stand out in an already saturated market? Are you thinking about starting a new business but worrying that there are too many competitors? Are you defining your target audience and are unsure about coming up with a unique brand name and logo? Business branding is the guide you need. We will teach you how to establish your business branding in 7 easy steps. This guide is designed to provide you with all the tools you need in a concise, easy to understand format that will answer all your burning questions and get you on your way to successful business branding. New entrepreneurs are often overwhelmed with all the different processes that they have to go through in order to build a brand. The solution to your problem is not that difficult. You will be taken through a progressive process where, with each chapter, you are taken to the next elevated layer of branding your business. You will learn the art of storytelling to improve business communication, and you will also learn some basic things like designing logos and mission statements for your brand. Business branding provides you some pointers and tips for navigating a branding strategy. It also asks you to think and consider how you currently are strategizing. It helps you to evaluate where you are and what you, as an individual, need to change to push it to the next level. In a comprehensive step-by-step reference format, each chapter corresponds to a specific element of business branding. The clear-cut organization makes it simple to follow along and refer back to areas you still feel confused about as you go. This guide is complete with coherent examples to help you distinguish between each element and log them into your long-term memory. You'll learn the importance of branding, understanding brand purpose with examples, actionable steps that will help you build a brand trusted by people, identifying the audience for your brand, types of competitors and tips on identifying them, a comprehensive guide to market research, how to formulate your mission statement, choosing the right brand name, marketing strategies to spread the word about your brand, innovative ideas to make your brand stand out, and much more. To help you on this journey of achieving the goal of becoming a branding strategist, this guide goes through many actionable examples and strategies. As you press yourself to grow, you will find that there are so many experiences you have already had that will help formulate your ability to establish successful business branding. Let's get started.
Chapter 1. Step 1. Figure out the brand purpose. The first step to branding your business is to figure out the purpose of your brand. It is a very important step. However, most organizations overlook this step simply because they fail to understand what it's about and its benefits. If you take some time to understand what brand purpose is all about and how it can benefit your brand management, it would be super valuable for you. Creating a strong brand purpose will not only separate you from your competitors, but also give you authority and greater meaning. This becomes even more important when you attempt to market to Gen Z. The way the market works is constantly being changed by conscious customers and Generation Z who see brand purpose as an important aspect while choosing the service or product they want to purchase. A study conducted by Edelman in 2017, known as the Earned Brand Study, revealed that almost 50% of consumers all over the world think of themselves as belief-driven buyers, and almost 67% of them purchased a service or a brand because they agreed with the brand's views on a controversial matter. This shows that what sets a brand or company apart from its competitors is a strong brand purpose. What is a brand purpose? A brand purpose can be defined as the reason for the brand's existence beyond making money. It is the reason for the activities of the organization or brand. The brand purpose of a company is based on the company's beliefs and the differences it believes it can make in the world. Even though it doesn't have to be about saving the planet, it should be sufficient to some extent. For instance, By undertaking actions, those are small yet meaningful. Brand purpose should, however, not be confused with brand promise. Something that provides the buyer with an indication about what to expect from a service or product is known as brand promise, whereas the brand purpose of a service or product goes well beyond that. It helps to form a connection between the buyer and the company on a more emotional level. There is no need for a connection between the brand promise and the brand purpose, as a brand purpose generally focuses primarily on the reason for the brand's existence. In a similar way, brand purpose is different from social purpose, although they have certain similarities. This can be clarified by saying that a brand purpose revolves around initiatives that are product led and strive to simultaneously benefit society and achieving business. In addition to the previously mentioned, the brand's purpose should also not be confused with the brand's vision, mission, and value. These terms don't mean the same, even though they are related to one another. The foundation of a business is known as its purpose, while the remaining three form its building blocks. A brand's value is the ethical clock of the brand that helps it move in the right direction in order to achieve its goal. It describes how the brand should behave while it's moving to fulfill its vision. The brand's mission is the method or procedure it uses to achieve its goals, while the brand's vision is the set of goals it wants to achieve. How to build a brand purpose. In order to know your brand purpose, it's important that you ask yourself a few questions like, what is the reason behind the existence of your brand or organization? What is the long-term purpose of the brand or organization? Is it to improve the society as it is today? When you are able to find answers to these questions, you will be able to figure out the brand's intent of being. Here are a few ways by which you can develop your own brand purpose. Put your customer first. For proper brand management, the brand purpose of an organization should always have its customers ahead of other things. This implies that the consumer should be put at the forefront of every step taken and every decision made. Your brand purpose is what makes you relatable to your chosen audience. It needs to attract your key demographic, even though it might not resonate with all customers. Think for the long term. Your brand purpose needs to be embedded within and without the image of your brand and its practice. It cannot simply be a one-off marketing strategy. This implies that the consumers need to see the organizations carrying out their brand purpose instead of just doing a one-off stunt. Have a clear idea about the purpose of your brand and the reason behind your actions. Your brand purpose should be associated with the reason for the organization's being. In addition to that, it should also be the reason why the organization sells a particular product. It is also part and parcel of everything that happens in the organization. This purpose should be present right from the start. If you simply add a purpose to a product that has already been established so that it complies with a particular set of rules or criteria, the buyers will see right through it. A brand purpose needs to be established at the start. Even if it isn't, there should at least be something that the organization or company has developed gradually over time. Differentiate your CSR from your brand purpose. Even though CSR, or corporate social responsibility, is important and needs to be advertised worldwide, it is still different from brand purpose. The brand purpose of a company should be associated with the items or services it is selling or providing. As a way of donating some free time and energy for a good purpose, a fancy car company can offer to clean the neighborhood for free. However, this does not convey anything meaningful regarding the actual item the company is selling. In a similar manner, Brand purpose is not the same as philanthropy. A company can donate a large sum of money for a charitable cause. However, this does not convey any details about the product the company is selling. Advantages of having a strong brand purpose. Some of the important benefits of having a brand purpose are: a brand purpose that is unique can help distinguish your brand from the other competitors. It can help construct a better emotional relationship between the brand and its customers. This, in turn, will help in increasing loyalty and sales as well. The brand purpose of a company adds value to the lives of its consumers as well as society as a whole. Importance of having a brand purpose. In recent times, all companies and organizations know what product they are selling. A few of them also know how to do it, for instance, with the help of a creative ad campaign, a fun packaging design, a clear brand differentiation strategy, etc. However, only some of the organizations actually know why they are doing it. For example, as Dove does it to assist people in accepting their bodies and feeling good about themselves. An organization will be able to create deeper emotional relationships with everyone, including their stakeholders, investors, employees, and consumers, when its employees can give an answer to the question, why are we here? In today's world, employees need to understand their actual motive behind working for a particular company, and consumers require products and brands that instill a real meaning in their lives. Organizations and brands are required to represent their products as well as the people behind those products. Here are some of the reasons why it's important to have a good brand purpose. It increases engagement. While everyone wants to change the world for the better, some people don't really understand how or where to start. If, in such a situation, they find out about an organization or brand that would help them make a difference in the world with the help of their products, consumers will be elated to contribute. Having a strong brand purpose can, thus, help brands interact with more people who would want to spend their money on things that could help them make a difference in the world. It conveys that the organization cares about more than just money. If an organization has a good brand purpose, it shows the consumers that the organization offers more than just tangible offerings. It lets its consumers know that the organization cares about more than simply making a monetary profit. This is extremely important because nowadays people are searching for brands and organizations that are willing to make a positive effort on the world by taking action against the wrongdoings. Nowadays, organizations use several strategies like blogs, email newsletters, social media marketing, brand activation, and CSR projects to convey their message and purpose. It makes the organization more appealing to the consumers. If a company has a strong brand purpose, it appeals more to the consumers as it makes them feel like they are helping to make a difference in the world. It helps make them feel as if they are a part of something bigger. Consumers want to work with brands that think about society as well as the environment. Thus, brand purpose is extremely important. Examples of brand purpose. Here are a few examples of strong brand purposes. The Body Shop. Products that enrich biodiversity, promote environmental sustainability, and raise awareness about abusive relationships. The Body Shop has transformed its stores into hubs for social activists in order to bring its brand purpose to life and support gender equality. Innocent, promoting community and sustainability. Their campaigns reflect their brand values, and they appear to be exactly as they are, innocent. Consumers feel like they can trust the brand as its promotions are simple, lovable, and cute. Dove. Improving self-esteem and discovering the value of real beauty. They encourage women to embrace their natural bodies and be kinder to themselves through their #SpeakBeautiful movement. Dove impacts the world by making their brand more human and relatable. In conclusion, a brand purpose should be a genuine display of what the brand's target consumers hold dear and should show a real desire for positive social impact. Chapter 2. Step 2. Determine your target audience. There is always a big risk associated with launching a new service, product, or business into the market. If you know the market landscape, it could help you focus on your marketing strategies and also minimize that risk. One of the most important aspects of formulating a market strategy for branding your business in such a way that it is cost effective is by identifying the right target audience for your business. If your marketing strategy is broad right from the start, it would not be as successful as one that has a targeted market segment or highly niche. Thus, you need to determine your target audiences before you start your marketing efforts for brand management. However, targeting a specific market does not suggest that you need to eliminate others who don't fulfill your list of criteria. The good thing about having a target audience is that it allows you to convey your message to the right group of people who are most likely to purchase your products or services. With a proper understanding of how to determine your target audience, you can earn more and spend less by reaching the most important leads in your network. What do you mean by target audience? A target audience can be defined as a particular group of consumers who are most likely to react positively to the services, products, and promotions of your brand or business. You need to understand the reason behind dividing your list of would-be traffic before beginning to browse through the kinds of target audience or making a list of your target audience. It forms a large part of business communication. Your analysis of the target audience is often based on several factors: income, age, location, etc. For example, if you own a makeup company, you might want to attract people who live in a region you can ship your products to and who can afford your products. Why do you need a target audience? Determining a target audience becomes essential because the information, language, and channels that you use to communicate with your audience might be effective for one demographic and ineffective for another. Figuring out your target audience will help you to develop a tone that will help you connect with your customers and speak with them. It will help guide you towards a better marketing strategy and increase consistency in your messaging. And this will help you to create stronger relationships with your consumers. Moreover, if you understand how your customers pick and compare products, it can help you improve and adjust your marketing campaigns so that you can make it more appealing to them. You will also be able to modify your value proposition if you know what your customers want. This will help make your brand more relatable to a particular problem or need. You would be able to modify your SEO and keyword strategies if you knew how your consumers talk. You will also be able to know what people want from your brand and where to find your target audience. Ultimately, the most important thing about creating a target audience profile is building relevancy. You are more likely to gain a customer if the products you present and the things you offer matches with what your customers are looking for, whereas you will be making it difficult for yourself to connect with your consumers on a deeper level if the consumer you are searching for is just everybody. Remember that when you connect with a customer on a deeper level, it's more likely that the customer will turn into a loyal customer and an advocate for your business. Types of target audience. Brand management is all about figuring out who your target audience is. To figure it out, you need to look at their features and personalities and then create a user persona that will help you to differentiate one customer from another. It will help you to refine your audience. However, you can start by defining some of the important aspects that you need to know regarding your audience. Here are a few types of target audience profiles that you can look into. Target audience profile driven by personalities. Personality is an important aspect of an effective marketing strategy, and it is something that you should always include in your campaigns. You should always consider the things that are valuable to your customer and the things that aren't when you are wondering about how to figure out your target audience. Try to find out which issues your customers care about, how they spend their free time, etc. For example, if you desire to connect with the Gen Z or millennial audience that gives importance to social issues, you might want to show off your ethical side more. A local or geographical target audience profile. Only a very small number of brands can afford to target consumers from all around the world. When your scope is that large, it gets very hard to earn attention from people. In addition to that, you might not be able to provide your products and services to consumers from each and every country anyway. Figure out how to connect with new customers locally, unless you can offer digital services. Figure out the maximum distance to which you can deliver your products and how far you can afford to go to provide your services. A target audience profile based on age. People belonging to different age groups behave in different ways. Interestingly, the person you target isn't always the person who is most likely to purchase your product. For example, when you are preparing a target audience analysis for a newborn, your target audience would be the parents of a newborn instead of the babies. Try to keep the range of your target audience as narrow as you can if you don't know the actual age range of your customers. For example, begin by searching for the most probable ages of CEOs in the industry when you are selling enterprise-level software. Through this method, you can create promotional strategies that attract the correct age range. There are different kinds of target audience present in the world. The market for a particular brand is often unique to that particular business, as every business has a one-of-a-kind sales strategy, a different purpose, and a different set of values. Apart from the factors given before, you might also need to combine several different characteristics to get an effective user persona. Therefore, remember to look at buying concerns, gender, motivation for buying, favorite websites, language, the social media platforms they use, problems and concerns, needs and aspirations, relationship or family status, job title or income. Tips for identifying the right target audience. It's not easy to find your unique target audience. To have an impact on your bottom line, your target audience analysis should be focused and in-depth. This implies that you cannot simply decide to market your products to mothers in New York. You have to decide whether you are going to market to working mothers who have children below the age of 5 and fall in the age group of 30 to 50. Your inbound marketing strategies will become more effective the more precise you get. Here are a few tips to help you identify the most profitable target audience for your products. Conduct market research. Analyze the different aspects of the market first by conducting proper market research. You can do this by performing a SWOT analysis. This will help you identify the strengths and weaknesses of the business, as well as its threats and opportunities. This kind of market research will help you identify competition, motivations, pain points and personality types or persona, buying habits of the customers, economic shifts, market trends, industries, nonprofit, lighting, accounting, medical, psychographics, behavior, attitude, personality, lifestyle, hobbies, values, demographics, marital status, income level, occupation, gender, age, location, international, national, or local. An important first step to figuring out the right target audience is by understanding which factors contribute to your market. Know the purchase path and pain points. It is crucial to pay attention to defining your target customers as a part of your market research. In addition to that, you should also know what they think about purchase path and pain points. You could approach this by asking yourself pertinent questions and thinking like the customers. You could ask yourself questions like, what does my target audience want to achieve? How can I give a solution to their problems? By thinking about the answers to these problems, you can craft personas as well as frame content that answers the problems surrounding the stages of the purchasing cycle: decision, consideration, and awareness. Crafting personas will help you understand the pain points and needs of your customers. Content and messages that are tailored to speak to specific personas will increase the chances of shifting them down the sales funnel. Employ multi-segmented marketing strategies. This strategy can help you gain customers from various segments of the market to purchase the same services or products for the same purposes. There might be different decision makers who would get separate messages. However, they will also contribute to the sale or purchase. While some brands and businesses offer various product lines that appeal to unique groups of customers, others offer the same product to more than a single segment. Know your existing customers. Learning everything regarding your existing customers, including their preferences, demographics, etc., is one of the best methods of identifying the perfect target audience for your business. You can explore different avenues, including gather extensive information about user responses by using tools such as Facebook Insights, HubSpot, Hotjar, Google Analytics, etc. Inspecting your website and social media analytics. With the help of this method, you can find out which website pages customers are visiting the most, who is visiting your site, and how they are navigating it. In addition to that, you will also get to understand who is communicating with your social media networks. Nowadays, understanding your target audience is considered one of the most effective methods of surviving in the current marketplace. You can't afford to use a generalized marketing approach in a world where consumers are expecting to get unique and personalized experiences from businesses. Chapter 3. Step 3. Research your brand's competitors. While branding your business, researching your brand's competitors is one of the primary activities that you must perform. Competitive research is a key tool for brand management. Competitive research helps you to get ideas about the ongoing trends in the market. Once you can identify the current trends, it will be easier to predict future movements as well. Customers will buy your product if it serves their purpose. If you notice that customers are choosing your competitors over you, it means that their products serve the customers better than yours. Competitive research also allows you to have an insight into your competitors' strategies, insights, goals, and achievements. Then, after thorough research, you can bring changes to your products accordingly and certainly expect a better outcome. One of the most important benefits of competitive research for brand management is that it allows you to discover the gaps present in the market. You can identify potential places in the market where no competitor has started to serve yet. You can grab the opportunity to fill in the gaps and establish your brand. The most important tool for brand management is that you need a foolproof plan, which you can only have once you have acquired all the required data. Only then can you plan a powerful and legitimate strategy for successfully branding your business. Let us discuss the important steps for successful research of your brand's competitors. Identify your direct competitors. Direct competitors are the ones who offer the same services or products to the customers as your company. They directly operate at the segment of the market where you target to operate as well. Therefore, your target audiences are also the same. Identify your direct competitors and create company information cards for each one of them. This should contain a detailed description of the company and its business, the company's market share and sales trend, the buyer personas, the year it was founded, the annual revenue of the company, etc. In this way, you can have a thorough understanding of your competitor's strategy and current position in the market. This will help you to strategize your business product accordingly to make it a bigger hit. Identify your indirect competitors. If you think that you only need to identify your direct competitors, then you are completely wrong. This is where most people go wrong. You also need to identify your indirect competitors, i.e., the brands and companies that don't directly operate in the same segment of the market as yours. They may not offer the same service or product as you, but their product may satisfy your customers, thereby reducing your sale. For example, different food chains that don't offer the same kinds of food, but if one gains more popularity, it can suppress the other chains. The same goes for the clothing industry, the beauty industry, and so on. It is very important to keep these competitors on your radar because they can enter your competitive zone anytime. So it is vital to keep a close watch on them along with your direct competitors. The market is always changing, so it is very important to perform competitive analysis regularly to get ahead in the rat race. Identify future competitors. There are potential future competitors in every segment of the market. They are mainly bigger brands that can suddenly change the entire market by using their superior powers and strong strategies. One such example is how the online clothing and grocery platforms are surpassing the offline retails and grocery stores. If you are aware of your potential future competitors, you will be able to pre-plan all the necessary precautions and changes that you need to make to ensure that you don't fall behind. Focus on the products offered by your competitors. The service or product is the heart of any business out there. This is what makes a business unique. This is something that you should keep a close watch on. You need to have detailed information about the service or product offered by your competitors, the services they are offering, and the quality of that service or product. Make sure to check their prices and if they are offering any discounts to their customers or not. Some key points that you need to keep a check on are the way they distribute their services or products, how they are different from their competitors, the different pricing strategies they use for brick and mortar versus online purchase, the needs and characteristics of their targeted customers, their market share, their working strategies, etc. Analyze your competitors' sales strategies and their results. Keep a note on the involvement of the salesperson in the product. How frequently do they offer discounts to their products? How much revenue do they generate? Or what is the total sales volume? Are they losing any customers or not? And if so, then why? Their reselling partners, whether they are scaling down or expanding, their locations and the advantages because of those, their selling channels, sales processes, etc. This information will help you to have a thorough understanding of their sales strategies and tactics. Thus, you will be able to bring changes in your sales strategies to compete with them. In the case of publicly held companies, you will get the information online. But in the case of private companies, you will need to do some digging. You can reach out to their customers and try to gather some information about them. The most important information that you need to take from their customers is what made them choose them over you, i.e., how are they better than you? You need to find what is the most attractive point about them, which makes people choose them. Gather honest feedback about your product services. Try to know the things that people find the most appealing in your product and the things that are pushing them away. By knowing these, you will be able to bring necessary changes in your services for building your brand. Analyze your competitors' marketing strategies. Checking your competitors' websites is the best way to keep track of their marketing strategies and tactics. Keep a check on their offline and online marketing campaigns, published data sheets and buying guides, case studies, media kit, press releases, featured articles, FAQ section, slide decks, cartoons and infographics, if used, podcasts, if any, webinars, videos, ebooks, blogs. Check them regularly to keep yourself updated. Know their content strategy. Check the quantity of their content. Knowing how much content they post and how many times they post, you can have a rough idea of their content quantity. How frequently they post content is also a very important point to look at. Are they posting weekly or a monthly basis are some of the points you should examine. If you find loads of content, it probably means that your competitors are posting regularly. By going through those contents, you can have a rough idea of their strategies for generating leads. Then, you should examine the quality of the contents they provide. If their content quality is not up to the mark, then no matter how frequently they post, it is of no use. Pick a handful of samples and go through them, instead of going through every single one. It will make things easier and manageable. While analyzing your competitors' content, keep a check on the attached bio in the samples, the writers of the contents. Are they providing free contents or are they charging money to view them? Are the contents easy to read, i.e., are there adequate use of bullets, the writing tone, depth of the contents, grammatical or spelling mistakes, the accuracy of the contents? Also, keep a check on the illustrations, images, and infographics used. Try to know whether they are recruiting external graphic designers for those or are getting it done by in-house members only. When you finally have a thorough understanding of your competitors' marketing tactics, it will be easier for you to find out what is working best for them and what are their strong points. For defeating someone, you need to first identify their strong points. Analyze your competitors' content engagement. For analyzing your competitors' content engagement, you need to check how the audiences respond to their posted content. Check the number of likes, shares, and comments on their posts. Keep a check on how they categorize their posts, if they use tags or not, how they promote on social media, where do the readers react the most, i.e., are they getting more engagement in Facebook or some other platform? Take notes on the topics that get retweeted the most. Find out whether the comments are mostly negative or positive. By looking at these points, you will be able to judge their contents from the audience's point of view and understand clearly what the audiences like and what they don't like. Run a SWOT analysis. Along with analyzing your competitors' marketing strategies, sales strategies, and business strategies, you also need to perform a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis involves the analysis of your competitors' threats, opportunities, weaknesses, and strengths. Check the opportunities identified by your competitors in the market, the threats they are facing, where they need improvement, i.e., their weaknesses, whether your company has an advantage over them, and where they have an advantage over your company. This will help you to have an overall fair comparison of your company with theirs. This will help you to find out where do you exactly stand in the market presently. Try comparing your competitors' weaknesses to your strengths and check whether you can use it for your benefit or not. Chapter 4. Step 4. Prepare your mission statement. A mission statement of a business can come in several forms. Do you promise to keep the needs of your consumers first, or to create intuitive technology, innovative applications, or quality products? Statements can run many paragraphs or be only a sentence. A mission statement can be defined as a simple statement that describes the goals and values of a business. It forms a summary of what your business is willing to do for its owners, employees, and customers. It focuses on why your company functions the way it does and how it does it. A few mission statements also expand themselves and include the fourth and fifth dimensions. For example, what the company is willing to do for its community and the world as a whole. A meaningful mission statement can, therefore, provide its employees and team members a common goal to work towards, provide potential directions for growth in the future, and also set a company apart from its competitors. When you are preparing a mission statement for your business for the first time, or revising an old one, it gives you an opportunity to define the culture, ethics, goals, and norms for the company's decision making. Sometimes, refreshing the mission statement of your company can help you take a step back and rethink the most important purpose of your business. However, don't bother to include a mission statement if it won't help you guide your business communication or be useful for your brand management. Just because a traditional business plan generally includes one, it's not a good enough reason for you to include it as well. A vast majority of mission statements are generally meaningless jargon that use high-sounding, vague phrases that can be used to describe any business. You don't have to write a mission statement simply because some experts or checklist recommended you to. How to create a strong mission statement. You could include a mission statement if you want to get your customers, investors, and employees to understand what your business stands for and add clarity to your business goals. It is an art to be able to craft a mission statement that is so impactful that your customers will laud it and your staff will adopt it. Here are some strategies by which you can develop a mission statement. Begin with a story that defines the market. Even though you don't have to include a story in your mission statement, you should think about it carefully. This is because storytelling can help guide you when you create your mission statement. For instance, suppose you are the customer who is trying to decide whether to purchase the products you sell or not. Try to use your imagination to understand how purchasing from you benefits her, how she finds you, and why she wants a particular product. It'll be better if your story is more concrete. A good market-defining story describes the want, the need, or the reason for buying a product. It should describe the persona of the buyer or the target customer, as well as how your company is unique or differs from most other companies. It can be simplified by thinking about what a business doesn't do or what it isn't. Even though it does not form a part of the mission statement, you must have it in your mind when you are creating your mission statement. Create a quick list of what your business does and does not do if you are having difficulty getting started. Define your purpose. A good way to begin your mission statement is by mentioning the good you do. Figure out what makes your business special by using your market-defining story. You don't need to stop global warming or cure cancer to be doing something good. So, don't undervalue your company. For instance, you are doing something good even if you are providing trustworthy auto repair in your neighborhood through your unique policies, which are narrowed down to your specialty. Similarly, you are also doing good work if you are providing excellent quality food that emphasizes local and organic items in your neighborhood at a premium price. This forms a very important part of your mission statement. You can also include something that your business is doing for the betterment of the world. However, the claims about doing something good for the world should be different from any other companies and needs to be meaningful. You can include the terms green or clean only if it is true and you maintain it meticulously. If it's not always true or isn't important, you don't need to say it in your mission statement. Include what your company does for its employees. For a business to last, it has to be good towards their employees as well. As compared to turnover, keeping employees turns out to be better for the bottom line. The culture of the company matters, and so does motivating and rewarding its employees. You can include what your business provides for its employees in your mission statement. It is recommended by experts that you should define it here instead of just asserting how it's good for the employees, and then make it true forever after. Qualities such as empowerment, tools, training, respect for creativity and ideas, diversity, fairness, and the like are really important. However, you have to work hard to make a difference and create a way by which the generalized goals appear more specific and concrete, because almost every company at least says that they give priority to those things. There's a built-in dilemma with this part of the mission statement. Even though it's good for everyone, if you include it in the mission statement, it is quite difficult to do that without having to state what every other company states. It is probably a good idea to state that you value respect for diversity, a creative and healthy work environment, training, room to grow, and fair compensation, even if that part of your mission statement is not different from others. That is because it can also serve as a lever for self-enforcement and a reminder for the workers, supervisors, and owners. If your business is friendly to remote virtual workplaces or families, or if you have a special view about your relationship with the employees, include that in your mission statement. Discuss, digest, edit, and review. Strong mission statements live for a long time, define objectives, and serve several functions. Therefore, this step is a must. You can begin by using a customer-facing subset for general publication and creating a full mission statement for internal use. Several businesses also divide their mission statements into segments and set aside the segments and categorize them by their goals or types. You can use sections or bullet points if you want. Keep a sharp eye out for hype and buzzwords while editing, and remove any part that does not specifically apply to your business. You can, however, include special elements occasionally that can act as long-term reminders and rules. Phrases like great customer service, world-class, and being the best possible don't mean much, since everyone uses them as well. Make sure that you have a belief in what you are writing. Then you can show your draft to others and ask for their insights. Listen to their opinions and edit accordingly. Change is constant, so your mission statement should never be written in stone. Review and revise it as necessary. Why is a mission statement important? Mission statements can be very beneficial for brand management. Here are a few reasons why companies need to have a clear, written mission statement. Encouraging critical thinking. Mission statements allow people to think about how their actions will influence the goals of the business in both the short and the long term. It would help people think about how the business could evolve in various contexts while upholding the values of the business. Having a clear mission statement is essential, as it conveys a brief philosophy, and strategy that could be applicable to any situation within a business. Envisioning the future. A mission statement helps direct the growth of a business and provides an ideal vision for the future of the organization. They help encourage its employees to think about how their actions will influence positive company culture and future business success. They can significantly impact the futures of the people within the company since they direct the actions of the employees. Improving performance. Mission statements help set a clear goal for its employees and can thus help boost their performance. A good mission statement helps create an environment that motivates its employees to hold high standards for themselves and produce high-quality work as well. It helps motivate them to work harder towards the long-term plans of the company and promote its growth. When the employees read the mission statement, it will let them engage with the core values of the company and apply those ideas to their work. A mission statement is thus a declaration of what makes a company important and different from its competitors. It should be unique, achievable, strategic, encouraging, and persuasive. Chapter 5. Step 5. Develop your brand name and logo. As an independent business owner, one of the most challenging things you will face while branding your business is while creating a brand name and logo for your company. Creating a logo and deciding a brand name are important phases of brand management. Creating an eye-catching logo is not an easy thing to do. Similarly, giving an outshining brand name to your company is also a hectic job to do. A lot of things depend on this, so you can't be careless. Just an appealing design is not going to make your logo outshine others. Similarly, just a fancy name is not enough for keeping it as a brand name. Brand management is all about the message you want to convey to your audience and the emotional response to a brand and the offerings of the brand. It also includes the opinions of the customers about that particular brand. Branding your business is all about expectations, storytelling, customer brand relationships, and remembrances. Let us discuss the brand name and logo in detail. What is a brand name? Your brand's name is the first thing that will help your customers to identify your product and differentiate it from others. It is important to choose a brand name carefully since it beholds the key theme of any product in an economical and efficient manner. The brand name must be easily noticeable and should have such a meaning which can get easily stored in the memory and also can get easily triggered in the memory. Before deciding on a brand name, you need to perform a lot of research. It is not compulsory for a brand name to be associated to the product itself. It can be related to any people, animals, places, etc., which are somehow related to the product. In some cases, the company name is used for all the products offered by them. The purpose of a brand name. The brand name is almost like a signature that offers credit to the creator or owner of a particular service or product. The brand name is something that sets your work apart from all the other brands. The two main purposes of a brand name are verification and identification. Verification. Brand name helps to authenticate that your service or product is good and genuine. Identification. Brand name is used to identify or differentiate your brand from all the other brands who are in the same field as yours. Requirements of a good brand name. A good and impactful brand name must have the following features. 1. The brand name should be distinctive or unique. 2. The brand name should be extendable. 3. Pronouncing, identifying, and memorizing the brand name should be easy. 4. By hearing a brand's name, a person should get an idea about the benefits and qualities offered by the product. 5. The brand name should get converted into other languages easily. 6. The brand name should be eligible for registration and legal protection. 7. The brand name should suggest the service or product category. 8. The concrete qualities of your product should be indicated by your brand's name. 9. The brand name should not project any wrong or bad meanings in any other category. How to select a proper brand name? At first, you need to define the objectives of the branding on the basis of 6 different criteria. They are fanciful, arbitrary, classical, compound, suggestive, and descriptive. It is very crucial to understand the role of your brand in the branding strategy of the corporation. It is also crucial to understand the relation of your brand with other products and brands. It is also very important to realize the role of your brand in the niche market as well as in the whole marketing program. 2. Generate multiple names from various potential sources, such as professional consultants and agencies, potential or current customers, employees, management, and organization. 3. Screen your brand's name based on the marketing considerations and branding objectives to obtain a more synchronized list of names. Make sure that your brand's name meets all the legal requirements, can be pronounced easily, doesn't have any connotations, etc. 4. When you have a list of finalized names, begin to gather more and more detailed information on each one of the names. Then, run an international legal search on them. 5. Perform consumer research for confirming the management expectations for the meaningfulness and remembrance of the brand names. The price, promotion, and the features of the product should be portrayed to the customers in such a way that they truly understand the real purpose of the brand name and also the way it will be used. You can show actual packages or animated TV commercials to give the consumers a better insight into the product. 6. You must survey various types of consumers based on the involved niche market. 7. After following the previous steps, the management can finally fix a brand's name, which will maximize the company's marketing objectives and branding. What is a logo? Logos are shapes, texts, images, or a combination of all these 3 things, which portrays the purpose and the name of a business. A logo is like an identification symbol for a brand. If the logo is designed brilliantly, it can also convey the story of your company and convey the brand's message to the audience. This can help to build a strong emotional bond between the brand and its target audience. What is the purpose of a logo? There are various reasons as to why a logo is beneficial. Let us discuss some of its purposes. Logos encourage brand loyalty. Logos are responsible for storytelling, i.e., they are responsible for conveying your brand's vision and mission to your audience. Logos set your brand apart from your competitors and make you unique. Logos offer a symbol to your audience, which makes them remember your brand. Logos ensure that your brand becomes able to make its own unique identity. If your brand's logo is attractive, then it will have a great first impression among your audience, thus inviting more and more customers to your business. Constituents of a logo. When you are going to start a business, creating your brand logo must be of utmost priority. There are various elements that constitute a logo. Let us see those. Color. Colors are not just for giving aesthetic appeals. They are much more than that. They are the ones who are mainly responsible for communicating the story you want to tell your audience. They allow your audience to understand whether you are timeless or cutting edge, wholesome or innovative, serious or playful, etc. The color palette of your logo can be made of several colors or even a single color. It is recommended that you go for a 2 to 3 color combination to make it more impactful. Make sure to choose your colors wisely because they will have a direct impact on the branding materials which you will create next. Typography. Typography is not just about the font. There is much more to it. The letters, the designs, the arrangements, everything is a part of typography. There are various examples of business logos that are built around just the name of the brand or even just a letter. Typography, if used correctly, can have a huge impact on your business's logo and branding. Image. An image can be of a simple symbol or even a detailed illustration. It can be a symbol, an icon, or can be a picture representing a value that you stand for, or maybe a thing that you sell. If you want to insert an image to your logo, then make sure that the image looks scalable and clear, because it will frequently need to be resized based on where it is placed. Tagline. A tagline is basically a phrase or a sentence specially designed to make your audience be hooked to your brand. It is also sometimes helpful to give the audience a rough idea about the purpose of your brand. Taglines are not always necessary for a logo, but you should consider creating a tagline when your logo alone is somewhat an abstract interpretation of a concept you want to convey. What makes a logo unique? Must be appropriate to the audience. A logo doesn't need to be the flashiest in order to be the best. The main thing to consider while making a logo is that the audience should be able to relate to the logo. It is a powerful logo if it resonates with your target audience. Always remember that the logos are not only responsible for representing your brand, but they're also responsible for representing the people you speak to. For example, you can't use a bright neon color when you are conveying something related to old age. Similarly, you will not be able to use muted colors when it is something concerning kids. Must be easily readable. Although it applies to each and every design style, this point is the most applicable for the logos that contain text. If your audience faces difficulty in figuring out what is written, then they are likely to lose interest in your brand, and eventually they will go away. Always make sure that your logo is very much understandable just at a single glance. Must be unique. You can always look for inspiration and reference in the market industry, but make sure that your logo doesn't resemble any of the existing logos. Your goal is to create your brand's unique identity. The first step towards that is to create a unique logo that will readily set you apart from the other brands. Your brand logo should be easily differentiated from all the other logos. It should be something that is memorable, i.e., gets imprinted on your audience's head so they can't forget it. This is the way to make your audience remember you, and if your audience remembers you, they are likely to stay loyal to you as well. Must be scalable. Your logo is going to be displayed across various media channels in different sizes, so it is important that it is clear, prominent, and scalable. Versatile logos are the best because they can be easily scaled and can be fitted into any branding need efficiently. Chapter 6. Step 6. Build a brand story. If you look carefully, every brand has a unique brand story. It is very important for a brand to have its own story for establishing an emotional connection between the brand and the audience. What is a brand story? A brand story is a narrative that comprises the feelings and facts created by your business or brand. It is very much different from TV commercials. TV commercials only focus on the brand and what it has to offer, whereas brand stories are mainly inspirational stories that demand an emotional connection from its viewers. Things that can have an influence on your brand are what people say about you, location, values, purpose, in store experience, marketing, quality, history, price, product, etc. Brand storytelling has been there for ages, but it has got a new dimension since the rise of social media. Brands' marketing blogs, people's reactions to them, everything becomes a part of the brand's story. Because of the huge influence of social media, you can't take control of your brand story, but you can always have a lead. You can insert your engaging and compelling story. You can make it authentic and true to your own values. When you add your own voice to your brand story, it is going to clarify your mission and is going to help you to build an emotional bond with your audience. Advantages of having a brand story. Helps you to stand out. What do you think makes you unique from others? You may think it's the product features or designs, but the actual thing that sets you apart from all your competitors is your unique brand story. There are various similar products in the market, so if you really want to stand out, you need to go out there and share your story to let people know why and how you are different from everyone else. The most important aspects of your brand story are your struggles, challenges, and journey. You may think that people are not interested in them much as they are self-indulgent, but you're wrong. People do want to know where you came from, where did you learn to work, what motivated you, what tried to stop you, how you coped with struggles, etc. It is satisfying as well as beneficial to share your own story with your audience. Letting them know about why you do what you do is the best thing you can do to form an emotional bond with them. With storytelling, you can even lay emphasis on the things that make you and your content unique and can outshine all your competitors easily. Helps to humanize your brand. People want to get close to people who have humanity. None of us want to get close to heartless folks. If you share your story of struggles and emotions and happiness, they will understand that you are someone with a warm heart. It can be a great plus point when it comes to winning the trust of your audience. Most brands make a common mistake in emphasizing the product's services and features while sharing their story. They don't even realize what opportunity they are missing out on. Sharing your brand's story is the best way to cultivate emotional bonds, build transparency, and reduce gaps between your brand and the audience. Helps you to attract the right group of people. We all have witnessed damages done by numerous companies around us. This has forced people to not engage with brands or companies that don't offer consideration and care to people. This not only goes for the consumers, but is also applicable for potential employees. Brand storytelling not only tells people about what you do, but also gives people an idea about what your values are and what you believe, and what your aspirations are. When you are vocal about your values and thoughts, people find it much easier to get themselves aligned with you. You can then easily find many talented people who will love to work for you. This is because when you pitch about your values, people will understand the kind of people they will be working for, which will make them more inclined towards securing a job. Helps you to convey your value. While competing as a brand, you need to keep two things as your weapon: values and price. Competition on price is never ending because there is always going to be something cheaper than your product. There can always be a small, scrappier team that will offer things cheaper than yours, even if their quality is a disaster. There are always a certain amount of customers who only care about the price and will always go for the cheaper one, regardless of the quality of the product. But if you compete on the values, then you have a fair chance to stay in the game. The value that you add to your product, the satisfied customer experience, etc., are the ones that are going to make you win the game. Saves you from rumors. In this age of social media, transparency is the key. You can use it to your benefit, or it can even ruin you. If you don't take charge of yourself and share your story, people are going to make their own versions and spread rumors. So it is better to design your own story rather than falling victim to rumors. How to build a brand story. Let us discuss some of the key elements that you need to keep in mind if you want to build a compelling brand story to tell your audience. Stop telling, start showing. Showing has a better impact rather than telling. You are more likely to get convinced by something if you see it rather than hearing it. Similarly, your brand needs to stop talking about its qualities and features. Instead, your brand should focus on conveying the story about how it helped someone to fight their problem. This will have a greater impact. If you do so, your audience will be able to connect to the story and will see what difference your brand brought to that person's life. And this will make your audience trust you more. If you keep on boasting about how good your company is, it won't be of any help. You can choose any angle to connect to your audience. Sentiment and humor are the two most powerful angles when it comes to influencing people. When you go for the sentimental angle, it is very important for you to make the word selection carefully. You need to arrange your words and convey the story in such a manner that it plucks your audience's heartstrings. Don't go for a short story. Always go for a long-term and ongoing story instead of a short one. Always remember that here you are trying to form an emotional bond with your client, so you want them to come back to you repeatedly. So make sure that your story doesn't end in 2 lines. List down some of the struggles and challenges that the hero of your story will face, but will finally overcome. It must be a continuing saga of events, difficulties, and achievements. People don't relate much to characters who are introduced to them for a brief moment, and then they face a small challenge that they overcome in a short time and then disappear. People face new problems each and every day. So, in order to make them relate to you, the hero of your story must face a huge trail of struggles too. Be consistent. Do whatever it takes to maintain the values that you claim to have. In this internet age, people are very much well equipped to catch authentic people who are not what they claim to be. So, no matter what, never lose your consistency. If you violate your consumers' trust by not staying true to your story, you will be at a huge loss. Never contradict what your brand claims to have or offer. Your values should be a part of your brand story, so make them one. Don't forget to explain and elaborate as to why you follow them or how it will be beneficial to everyone. Don't change your message in different marketing campaigns. If you do so, you will lose authenticity. Be consistent with your thoughts, beliefs, vision, mission, values, and goals in each of your marketing campaigns. Let the brand story focus on what is inside. Your origin story plays a huge role in making your brand story consistent and authentic. What made you start your business, or from what you got the idea of doing what you do, constitutes your origin story. Your origin story also comprises the factors, other than money, that keep you motivated to work hard and give your best. If you convey an honest story of yourself struggling through the difficulties of starting a new business, it will definitely win people's hearts. It is a great way to personalize your brand. Grab people's attention and maintain it. It is very important to catch people's attention and make them invest their time and energy in you. You should know your audience first. You should know their driving factors, their likes and dislikes, factors motivating them, etc. After knowing these things, base your story and the characters on their interests and preferences. Another effective way to grab people's attention is language. Business communication can be very effective in building a strong audience base if done correctly. You should be very careful with the tone you use while conveying your story. If you use the wrong tone, people will no longer stick to you. Chapter 7. Step 7. Market your brand. Marketing your brand is the most important thing that you must do for branding your business. Let us discuss some of the ways by which you will be able to successfully market your brand. Create a website. Though you have spent a lot of time perfecting your product, you should take another step ahead. When you are first starting out, it can be quite challenging to obtain the required market exposure. The best thing to do at this stage is to create meaningful contents that will help people to understand you, your brand, and what you will offer. By doing this, you will leave an impact on your potential customers so that when they will need something similar to what you offer, they will always be reminded of you. You will be able to generate prospective leads and will also entertain people. For turning your leads to sales, you need to focus on SEO. SEO. When you are not a renowned brand, it is not possible for the people to know about your brand and the things you offer. You should focus on search engine optimization and find the keywords that your clients and customers will type in the search engine while searching for products or services similar to yours. Use social media. Most of the world's population is active on social media on a regular basis. Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook are the most popular ones. Don't try to master each and every one of them. Instead, try focusing on the aspects that set them apart from the rest, and then choose the one that suits you the most. Once you have made your choice, start looking for ways to do social media marketing for your brand or company. You can try live streaming. Different social media platforms allow their users to do live streaming. Facebook and YouTube are the most popular ones among them. By utilizing this facility, you will be able to build your audience base and convey your story to them. Make your brand unique. Due to the ocean of information around the web, people can say that no brand is unique anymore. But it is not always true. No person can copy you fully if you are charming, outrageous, or outspoken. These factors are responsible for making your brand unique. Start storytelling. The previous point goes hand in hand with this point. If you want your online audience to engage with you and form an emotional connection with your brand, start getting personal. Share your story, which talks about your vision, mission, goals, achievements, struggles, failures, and success. Only then will people be able to relate to you and form an emotional bond with you. Try influencer marketing. It is a very well-known term now. Almost 75% of the brands use this particular marketing technique nowadays. You can also utilize social media posts, endorsements from experts or reliable brands, blogger reviews, etc. These will be fruitful only if you set realistic expectations through efficient storytelling. Make valuable content. Great content is always loved by customers. The same goes for Google as well. There are various ways by which you can share the services and products you offer, such as blogging, infographics, podcasts, videos, etc. This will increase leads and traffic and will also play a huge role in increasing your revenues. It will also make you appear as an authoritative expert on some given topic. In many cases, businessmen feel reluctant to create their own content. You are not alone in a situation like this. There are many people like you, and they recruit freelance content creators, web designers, virtual assistants, and digital marketers to prepare top-notch content for their brands. Writers can also take your old content and give it a new spark. Make sure that you don't compromise with your content, because your content is what people are going to judge you by. What you show or depict in your content is an integral part of business communication. Publish on LinkedIn. We have already discussed the perks of social media marketing. LinkedIn is quite an efficient platform when it comes to establishing professional connections. LinkedIn was built as a professional tool for employers and employees. It has gained huge popularity in the last few years. This has just one meaning, i.e., the professionals use it as a platform to showcase their services, products, and values, which are well received by their audiences and are thus making it a hit. Help others. If you provide your target audience some valuable information, it will contribute to building your brand awareness. One of the most well-used and influential tools to bring change is education. You can do this by conducting events, free classes, online webinars, podcasts, etc. Don't go easy on customers who have already purchased from you once. Efforts are always cherished. Treat your clients with the utmost sincere customer service for their satisfaction. Don't forget to keep an FAQ page on your website so that your audience can visit there and search for information related to their doubts. Otherwise, they can end up going to your competitor brands. Conduct podcasts. Having their voices heard isn't a very pleasant idea for a lot of people out there. But you need to understand one thing clearly, that thinking inside the box and procrastination is not going to take you anywhere. For marketing your brand, you have to think out of the box and be fearless and outspoken. If you are an owner who is proud of his brand that offers some product or service, then you need to maximize on podcasts. If your product or service is somewhat similar to products available in the market, it will be a little difficult to catch people's attention. But you should always try. It is better to try and fail rather than not trying at all. Do giveaways and offer discounts. Offering huge discounts can be a beneficial tool for attracting customers in the first place. You can do giveaways, i.e., send complimentary gifts. These make customers feel valued and incentivized. In simple words, make yourself ready to offer interesting complimentary gifts to your customers for the sake of building brand awareness and forming connections with the customers. These are essential for reputation management. The gifts that you will give don't need to be very costly and extravagant. Instead, minimalistic gifts like ebooks, etc., may be very attractive and lovely for your customers. A few other examples of complimentary gifts are small journals, keychains, pens, fridge magnets, etc. You can use social media for promoting your services and products along with the discounts and giveaways you are offering with it. In exchange for that, you can ask your customers to give genuine reviews on your site and thus build your company's goodwill. Don't forget that you will face a lot of challenges while trying to build your brand's awareness and while trying to form connections with people. Keep offering discounts and giveaways and keep promoting them regardless of the negativity. Incorporate infographics. Illustrations are a great way to catch people's eyes. If you display your market data in a bright and colorful way, then people are likely to take some time and observe it carefully. Since it offers credibility and faith, your customers will be much more dedicated to listening to this particular brand building tool. Infographics that are easy to post, share, and read on social media are the finest contents that you should immediately start using. Try car wraps. Car wraps are customized designs that cover your whole car and attract plenty of attention to the business or message you want to promote. Leaving the mirrors and windows of your car, wrap the rest of your car and convert it into a giant moving advertisement. This is a very powerful way to attract people's eyes. You can either roam in it in your town or even park it in an event or a regular parking lot. Whatever you do, it is bound to attract people's eyes. In case you are short of budget to afford a company car to try this, you can even try it on your own car. This will make people slowly get close and familiar with your brand. Remarket campaigns. Developing your brand's awareness is not that much effective without remarketing. You should not limit your ads to your own website. You should also place them all across the web in all the possible places. It is required to get maximum exposure. When your potential customers see your brand's advertisements everywhere, it will instigate a sense of trust and authority in them. Don't forget to maintain social media, podcasts, and blogs to make your customers realize how big of a brand yours is, even if it is not that big yet. Remarketing is a proven way to increase your conversion rates rapidly. Try paid social advertising. It is not easy to have an effective organic social marketing. This is because there are a lot of brands that are already out there and established. It is quite hard to beat them with the organic social marketing strategy. This is where paid social advertising kicks in. Twitter and Facebook are not that expensive compared to the level of exposure they offer. You should not be impatient. It will be very odd to expect results immediately after taking up paid social advertisements. Stay patient and keep doing what you do. Always remember that every single step towards familiarity and publicity will take you one step closer to your desired goals. Networking. Conducting networking events, such as trade shows, company parties, are a great way to build brand awareness. It will give you a time out from your regular office schedule and will also let you meet many people who can turn out to be a potential client or a customer in the future. Don't go with a mentality of just selling your products and services. Instead, go with an open mind that is always ready to educate itself. Know about other people's struggles and success stories. This will help you to connect with people on a genuine and personal level. Conclusion. Thank you for making it through to the end of business branding. Let's hope it was informative and able to provide you with all of the tools you need to achieve your goals, whatever they may be. The next step is to start applying these steps to your business one by one. There are many areas to develop when it comes to branding your business, and you should not overlook things like customer service and reputation management. But start with the basic ones and then work your way up the ladder. Don't rush the process, because it is this process of branding that will determine how your customers see you as a brand and whether the profile that you have created is grabbing the right attention or not. Once you have put your time and effort into creating a new brand, you should have no problem attracting customers. All that is left for you to do after you have created your brand is engage in efficient marketing and advertising.